Community Viewpoint.
And welcome to another segment of Community Viewpoint. I'm John Pawlak, your host for this segment. And welcome. This is the second program for the new year, 2016. I'm still here, and you're still here, because I know you're watching, because you're watching right now. So today we're going to tackle the subject of genealogy. We're going to find out what it is and why we look at what our ancestors have done, and basically that's what genealogy is, looking at our family. So we have with us today from the Family Search Center in Pahrump, Judith Luellen, who's the director of the Search Center. And I'd like to introduce Judith to you and tell us a little bit more about what you do and why we look for our ancestors.
Okay. As members of the LDS Church, we do believe that families are together for eternity and not just in this life. So while we are here, we like to find our ancestors and connect our ancestors in family groups. And this is the purpose of the Family Search Center. The Family Search Center allows the opportunity for both the public and church members to search out their kindred dead, and to link them together as families. The Family Search Center, there's 4,700 of them throughout the United States. Well, actually throughout the world, over 4,700. And we receive our information or our records for over 100 years, the church has been gathering historical information and genealogies. And and we also, through the Salt Lake Library, which is, I think most people know what the Family History Library is in Salt Lake City. It's, and they send out photographers to digitize or to take pictures of vital records all over the world. We have hundreds and hundreds of missionaries that go out throughout the world and go to churches and go to government buildings and to libraries and digitize and photograph all this information, all the records. When they have photographed all these records, they put them on microfilm. Microfilm is stored in what they call the Granite Mountain. This Granite Mountain is a fascinating place, and it is located in the Salt Lake City area. And it holds billions of microfilm that we have access to now. We don't have access at this time to every single microfilm, but what we have is we have indexers. And these indexers, anybody can be an indexer, whether you're a member of the community, anybody here in Pahrump, if they have access to the internet or go to the library or come into the Family Search Center, can be an indexer. And what you do is you look at the picture of the original record that's on microfilm and that's on your computer, and then you index the information about it. And that allows it to be digitized in indexes where, say, you're looking for a birth record of your family, the Pawlaks in Poland. You can go to an index and look for your name and any information you can put in about your ancestor, and it will pull up the records that are available for that person. It's fascinating. And we have 24/7 expert help in the Family Search Center, where you have a phone number or an email chat line, and you have help 24 hours, 7 days a week on anything you are having problems with on your family history.
Really?
And Family Search was historically known as the Genealogical Society of Utah, and it was founded in 1894.
Okay.
It is the oldest genealogical society in the world. And it is also the largest genealogical society in the world. We partner with a lot of others sharing information. A lot of you have probably heard of Ancestry.com. You can come into the Family Search Library or into the public library and do research on Ancestry.com for free.
Okay.
Okay, in our Family Search family tree, these are all free records that the public is welcome to come into the Family Search Center and search for their ancestors, and it is all free. The Family Search Center is open on Tuesdays and Wednesdays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And as I said, the community is welcomed to come at any time. We have several computers for them to work on. We also have access to our partners, which are Ancestry.com, FindMyPast.com, MyHeritage.com, and we have the free access to some of the other genealogical software programs that you can use, which is MyHeritage, Roots Magic, Ancestral Quest, Legacy, and these are all available also at the Family Search Center for you to use to try out. Some of these are mostly paid for sites where you put your own family information in. We also have family history classes on genealogy every Wednesday morning from 10:30 to 11:30. And some of the classes that we have are what's happening in Family Search, and also we talk about GEDCOMs, and we'll go through Roots Magic, Legacy, Heritage Quest. How to attach and date photos. If you have an old photo and you don't know quite what the date is from, we have someone who will be teaching a class on dating photos. We'll have an information on the DUP, which is Daughters of the Utah Pioneers, and also of the Pahrump National Genealogical Society, which we also host in this building, in our building. I think it's the first Tuesday of every month.
Okay, this is all very new to me. I just have been too busy in my life too, and both my parents have passed away, and my sister is back in the Midwest where we had lived prior to me coming out here, so she has most of the information over there. But this would be interesting to start going back to find out what my roots are, and especially, well, this is I'm the third generation out here, but through you, I could find out where we were back there in the old country, because you have people that have gone there to collect information also.
Oh, yes, yes.
See, these are things that I never knew.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. It's you used to have to either go to these places to gather information, going to churches, cemeteries, stuff like that to gather this information.
It's
but
depressing,
almost all of this now is online. You can do most of this research sitting at your kitchen table. And if you come into the Family Search Center, we'll show you how to do that.
Okay, so are many people taking advantage of this service? Or we're trying to help do that here too?
Right, we're trying to help do that here. Since the beginning of this new year, we had so many patrons come into the library that we couldn't accommodate them all. So we're looking to possibly increase our hours to give more time, and also to start new programs. There is, in the works, we're starting what we call a Moms and Tots program, where we will have mothers come in together with their preschool-age children, and one of the mothers will take the children and get them involved in some activities to let the other mothers work on their family history. We're also looking at starting a young adult or youth program where the youth, because of their nimble fingers on computers, and they're so much better, we're thinking about opening up a youth program where different youth can come in on a Saturday morning and work on family history. And surprisingly, there's a lot of youth that are interested in finding their roots also.
Well, yeah, get them into that at a younger age so they're not sitting in front of the TV doing something like this.
Right.
And it's right up their alleys if it's on a computer too. And they're much more savvy than we are. But this is very interesting, and it's something more for us to do out here. So for those people who say there's nothing to do out here, look into your past to see
That's right.
where you came from. And that would be very interesting, yes. So you know why you look the way you do, why you're tall, why you have freckles and things like that too. But that's very interesting. Is there anything more that we have on that you can expand?
Well, one of the things that I would like to suggest is anybody can do what they call indexing, and I talked a little bit about this, where you look at the original record and index it. You can do this on your laptops or desktops at home, or in the library, or anywhere else, and we encourage people to do it, and if you would like to do it, you can register online, and the web address is indexing.familysearch.org. Okay. You can go on that, download their software, and then you could choose whatever original records you would like to index. I mean, we've got them from all over the country, so if you're interested in a certain country, and especially if you speak or read that language, you are needed to help index. Or we can index like census records from the United States, which are very easy to index.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of opportunities there.
So you're looking for translators too then?
Yes.
Okay. That's a good way to relearn your original language. Like first thing that I spoke was not English, it was Polish.
Oh, yeah.
But I was very young. And then when I went naturally to school, and it was all English after that. But this is so interesting. It's something that is all new to me, and possibly for many of you. But it's something that's very productive, and it's a positive thing for us to do in this town here. So we're in our last minute here. So is there any final thoughts that you have for the folks out there?
Just come into the Family Search Center, see what we have available. Let us show you the records that you can obtain, and let us tell you a little bit why Family Search is so important. And that's all. We hope to see you in the Family Search Center.
Great. It was very instructive for me. So thank you, Judith.
You're welcome.
Thank you for watching, and we will see you next week.
Community Viewpoint.